Hey guys, and welcome back to Forest Games. Today I'll be sharing a speed build of the house I made based on lilsimsie's last shell, the Aurora Simsie Shell, and you can see the name also at the top left of the video. The first idea that I had when I was looking at this build and thinking how to decorate it and stuff was to make it modern, but instead, well, because that was the first thing that popped into my head, I thought that it could be fun to try and go instead in a sort of more rustic slash industrial direction. So here you can see me trying to figure out what I want the wallpaper and stuff to look like, how I want the build to look like on the outside. So the bottom part of the build, I decided to go with a kind of like a rocky sort of texture, and then the top half I decided to go with wood. And here you can also see me building this, like, I think it's called a perugula or something like that, just out of some fencing and a few columns that came with rise and grind, I think. I'll have that, it's CC, and I'll have it linked in the description. Um, so now I'm just quickly moving the build to see where I think the lighting is best, and I'm gonna start working on this entryway. So at the front of the shell, there were these two bump outs, which thought could be a good idea to turn those into window seats, which is what I went with. But when I was starting this build, I wasn't sure, to be honest, how I wanted it to look like in the end, like who this house would be for or any of that. This entryway, I kind of just decided to make it just like a generic kind of I say generic. What I mean is not have it be like tailored to a specific family, just have it be just like a industrial slash rustic entryway which could belong to like any family basically. But yeah, these window seats, I just took some poofs which I think also came which I also think were CC, so custom content. I use a lot of custom content in all my builds because I don't have all the official packs and stuff. And honestly, I don't think I'd be able to make builds that are quite to this level without any of that. Just because they give me so many more options, so much more clutter, so much more furniture, so much more storage options and all that to play around with and decorate the builds and everything with. Um, I To be honest, I don't really have much CC for CAS, but I also don't really spend a lot of time in the CAS because I'm much more of a builder slash game player than a character designer, to be honest. It's not really what I enjoy doing all that much. Most of the time I'll just generate um like the design in CAS until I get some sort of character that I think is okay, and then I'll just play around and tweak some things and stuff like that to refine them. But I don't really start from scratch, to be honest, in that. But yeah, so here I'm just choosing the carpet that I want to be in this little entry, and I went with this carpet, which I also think is CC. Might be wrong though, but I think it is CC, and I absolutely love this carpet. I mean, look at it; it reminds me so much of that, exactly like kind of like rustic slash antique sort of carpets that you could find in um like the house of older people, or just a more antiquated house. I think my grandparents actually have a carpet that's similar to that in most rooms, at the very least, on the ground floor in their house. Um, but yeah, so this entryway is coming together nicely. I was thinking of whether to put a fan or not, but I decided not to. Um, Usually when I'm trying to pick out parts for what I want, for example, so if I'm not sure what light to use or what table to use or anything like that, I'll just line up all the things that I think might be good, and then just like play around with the colors and stuff, and then like basically seeing all of them next to each other helps me like decide what to which like light or table or whatever to go with. So you'll be able to see whilst in this speed build, me just like placing out all of these different lights and stuff, just to have a rough idea of like how all of them look like, how they could look like in the final like room and stuff. So yeah, in terms of the floor plan, I redid it a few times, but this the way it is right now, at least the bottom floor, that is how it's going to stay. Apart that I think I may add one wall, when I'm working on the dining room, just to divide up the space between the dining room and the living room a bit more. Um, but yeah, um, so this I think the this is gonna be the living room. There's at first I didn't put any windows on or doors out here, even though there's like a section that leads out of the like there's a deck there, so I will add a door there. But on the other opposite side, at first I didn't place any windows or anything, and I thought I wanted to make this space look more inviting, more open, more spacious. So I end up putting like three mirrors next to each other, as you can see me like playing around right now. But later on, I added windows, which basically gave this exact same effect that I was going for. Um, Also, I think that this living room is a bit more towards rustic than industrial. But that's fine because the kitchen slash living slash dining room. Well, no, the kitchen is more industrial, and then the dining room kind of brings those two spaces together, which I think is fine because like I was going for like a mesh of the two, and like if one section looks a bit different than the other, that's fine as long as they're brought together. That was at least my thinking behind all of this. So I'm placing these candles. I love these candles so much. They're like the little cups are in, and then the glass like border around the like flame itself. I think those are so cute. I would love to have those in real life. I don't know. I think they come with base game. I'm not 100% sure, but I absolutely love them and I use them in a lot of my builds. So here I'm just trying to figure out both the light and the wallpaper. I'm not sure if I end up going with the wallpaper that's currently there or not, but regardless, I kind of wanted the wallpaper to be a darker, sort of creamy, greyish sort of color, or whilst also bringing in a bit of that like orange from the entryway. Although I do think I go back into the entryway and change that orangey color to a more greyish, so it's like, yeah. Um, this living room also has a lot of plants. This might be a good time to like start talking about the like family that lives here. So I need to quickly remind myself because I've been working on quite a few builds since then. But okay, so there is the okay, so they we have a mum, a dad, and then two kids. The mum is a very successful painter and also businesswoman. She could so like from her painting she does earn enough to be able to like just live off of that, but she does enjoy being a businesswoman a lot as well. She's very high in terms in her business career, and also has very high skills in painting, and has had a lot of pieces already that she's painted and sold, and like yeah. Um her husband is I think her husband does some yeah, her husband does some sort of night shift job. I don't think I came up with a specific one. I think he just works at night just so that he can be there during the day for or at least during like um because obviously his like sleeping pattern is a bit off, but like so that basically he works at night because his wife is away from the home a lot of the time, and so they decided that he would have a sort of job that would let him be at home more often, so that there's always a parent around, and so that the kids don't feel as though they're being like left, like their parents don't care about them, or like that they're being left, that yeah, that the parents are just like leaving them and stuff. So he works some sort of a night shift job, and he also loves spending time outdoors. Which is and yeah, spending time outdoors, which is the thing he bonded with his younger child, so his son over. They both have a love for gardening and like adventures and just like spending time outdoors and like yeah. And then the son is also the sort of like, because neither of the parents went to university or had very high grades in school or anything like that, so the son decided that he wanted to be like the first of the family to go to university, to become academically successful and all of that. um so yeah, so his room ends up, I make it very much like studious and also sophisticated, because he's quite, I want his room to look still like like a child slash younger teenager's room, but also a more like officey, well, not officey, but like more like I don't know what the right word would be. Let me think quickly. A more not sophisticated. Um, well, anyway, we can talk about him once we get to his room. And then there's also the older child. They they are I think it was either, I think I want them to be either a hacker or a programmer or something like that. And they're also kind of gothy. So I made their room also kind of like gothic inspired, kind of like dark, but also like I want to be to be cozy and like computery and stuff. But yeah, currently we are working on the so that's the family that lives in this house. And yeah, um the parents are the ones who like designed how the majority of the house would look like, and then the kids got free reign basically in their own rooms. So this is the kitchen that I'm currently working on. As you can see, I do think it went more industrial rather than rustic, but I think that's fine because I think that the dining like area, it's not really a room. The dining area brings it all together. I made the countertop like a really nice wooden countertop. Um, all the cabinetry and stuff is black because I think that like that worked well with the industrial theme I was going for. I really like the stove top. No, the like vent, I think it's called. That's over the stove. I think it's really cool. The stove, I really like that. It's also custom content. As I said, a lot of the stuff I use in my builds is custom content. Um, Here I am just playing around with all the clutter, how I want it to look. I do like making my place in my like builds, at least the very least the kitchen's quite a bit cluttered, because I think it makes them look a lot more lived in that way. I really love how I designed this little the cart to like with all of the clutter to look, as well as the shelving there. For that shelving, as you saw, I just grabbed four shelves and merged them basically into each other, so just so that they made two longer shelves. Here I am starting on the dining room section. That carpet that's there, I use just as just as like a placement to know where I wanted the table to be. So when I was working on both the kitchen and the living room, I would know roughly what space to leave out. There's only four people in this family, so I didn't really need like a huge dining table or anything like that. I don't end up going with the one that you can currently see, but I do think this one was quite nice. I just think it just thought that it was too industrial. I thought that it connected a lot more with the kitchen rather than bringing the kitchen to the living room. And so I ended up changing it to another table that I also really like. Um, that's a bit more, that brings the two parts more together. So it's still not this. There we go. That's a table that I ended up going with, and I think it just connected two sections a lot together a lot more. There's a here I am placing that of that wall that I talked about earlier on. There's a lot of plants everywhere because that's like part that I wanted the dad to have, like all of these plants around the place that he looks after, that he loves. Because he is that sort of outdoorsy, adventurous, sort of naturey kind of guy. And yeah, so here I think I am just finishing off this ground floor. There's one room that's left in here. I will do that room. I end up doing that room. Yeah, as the last thing in the entire build. So here I am starting on the floor plan for the first floor, or the only upper floor basically. So we have a large shared bathroom, um, a small and a smaller, much smaller ensuite. I think it's the smallest um like bathroom with a shower and stuff in the whole house. But I also think it's my favorite bathroom in the whole house. This house has 3.5 bathrooms. There's a half bath, so like a toilet, basically just a toilet, a sink, downstairs. In the basement, I end up putting one like full bathroom. When I say full bath, I mean there isn't a bathtub. It's just a shower, but it's like a full bath. Um, and then also the other bathroom, also upstairs, ends up having both a shower and a tub, but separate. Because I don't really like any of the like shower tub combos that I have currently in game. I just and also I haven't yet found any good ones of those that are custom content. So I just don't really use those unless I have like a babies, or not babies, but like toddlers in the house. Um, and even then, if I'm lucky enough to have two toilets, two bathrooms, I'll just put a bath in one and then a shower in the other, or just one, or just have a bath because I just do not like the combinations. But yeah, this bathroom I absolutely love. So I put a custom content shower in on the back right of the bathroom. I love the shower. It's very industrial, which fit perfectly within this house, but it's just like it doesn't have any of those walls and stuff, and it basically fits anywhere, which I think is amazing. I haven't game like play tested this build yet, so I will need to do that before I like finish this video and stuff, before I upload it to my gallery. Well, honestly, there's not really a point in uploading it to my gallery because it is majorly custom content, so it's not like people will be able to download it unless they have all the packs, all the same CC that I have. Um, so yeah, here I am starting on the younger child's bedroom. They're lucky enough to have I think it's either the largest or second largest balcony, but that comes along with the fact that they have one of the smallest rooms in the house, if not the smallest bedroom in the whole house. But I still really like how I furnished it, because here, as you can see, I make this like custom bed area. Again, I haven't tested any of this, so some of the like parts of this build I might have to change before I finish this video, and do like a walkthrough. But hopefully it does end up working, because I love the way this little section turned out. So there's this is, I think it's a 3 by 1 room that I made with a archway to like connect the two like sides of the room. The 3x1 is where the bed is. There's shelves on in both the like at the footboard and also the headboard of the room um of the sorry of the bed. Just so there's a lot of shelving, a lot of storage. I ended up also putting up a bunch of posters and stuff like that. So like more like childish, fun elements for the kid to have. Because that's his like relaxing area. That's where he can relax. That's where he can like sleep. And so I wanted that area to be a lot more like friendly and like bubbly and like childish than the rest of this room. Also on the balcony, I add some like I think it's like chalk child paintings on the wall just to bring in more of that like childishness to this. Here you can see me putting up a lot of artwork, or well, not putting up, but like here I am trying to figure out what sort of furniture and art and stuff like that I want on all of these walls. The little like house, like toy house, I think it's called. That you can see here, I end up downsizing and also putting that on the balcony, so that he can have that little house to play with. Um, oh yeah, he also because one of the ways that he connects with his mum, who's a painter, is through the fact that he loves to he isn't a drawer or a painter or anything like that himself, but he does like playing the I think it's both the guitar and the violin. He's learning to play both of those. He's pretty good at that, and that's how he connects with his mum. Because she also enjoys music. When she was younger, she used to play a lot of instruments. Now that she's older, it's kind of like she's kind of taken a break from all of that, but her son still she's passed down her love for music to her son, who plays the guitar and violin. And yeah, here I am just trying to figure out how I want the desk, how I want the room to be set up, what light I want. I end up putting. There's also a lot of. I mean, this whole house has a lot of clutter, but I think it's good because it really does add to that like to it looking more lived in. You know. So he has a little speaker on his headboard, the shelf over his headboard. Um, I really like this wardrobe. Sorry, I was thinking shafa, but that's not English. Um, this wardrobe, I think I end up changing its color, but I think it's really cute. I think it works really nicely in here. Um, so yeah, here I am just putting some more clutter, a little book bag, to indicate that he's younger. Another carpet. Oh yeah, I end up I don't really like any of the carpets that are as like tiled carpets in game. So instead of going with that, I still wanted there to be a carpet in his room, because I think that is also something that like I mean like my room for example has a carpet as the flooring, and I wanted him to also have that. So instead of using a tiled carpet, which I do not like, I went with just like a carpet, um, and I think that works perfectly fine. That you can like, there's a tiny little border of that you can see through, but I painted it black, so it's not very visible. So that's fine. Oh yeah, so once I put everything in this room that I wanted there to be, I changed up all the colors, which I think helped it look more youthful. Like a lot of bright colors, a lot of browns, and like more toys. Once I also put down his bedding, I put like I think two plushies on his bed, which also like show that he's younger. There in you can see that crocodile is one of the plushies I put on his bed. Oh, he also has a telescope on the garden just to like look out at the night sky. here little clock. See, I painted that wardrobe that like nice bright orangey reddish brownish color, and I think that works really nicely. The painting also connects with those like bright oranges and stuff, as well as bringing more colors in. Which also connect with the bed because I hadn't noticed about previously, but the bed has quite a bit of like bluish greenish, and that painting also has like lighter versions of that. So oh yeah, the carpet I thought I'd kept it black, but I didn't. I changed it to a light blue, which I think is another thing that like brings that youthfulness in here, and I end up putting a lot of posters and more art and stuff on the walls, which again adds to the youthfulness. At least I think. Of this room, and here I am putting those chalk drawing slash paintings onto the wall of the balcony. Um, the older sibling also has a balcony, but it's a lot smaller. But their room is quite a bit bigger, and they also have, I think, at least I think it's bigger. And they also have their own bathroom, so I think it makes up for that. Um, yeah, so here I'm starting on their room. As I said, as I said previously, I wanted this room to be kind of both gothy and also technological because also in terms of ages, the son I wanted him to be like maybe for 12, 14 to well basically somewhere between 12 and 16, and then their older sibling I wanted them to be somewhere between 18 and 25. So yeah, so a bit older. They already have a job which is basically something to do with tech. Maybe they're in the tech career, maybe they earn the money through hacking, maybe they earn the money through being like a freelance tech person or something. But yeah, so that's basically what the older kids is doing. In terms of how they connect with their parents, um I wanted them to be interested in digital art because their mom is a painter. That's one of the things she does, and so I wanted them to connect with their mom in some way. And I thought they like tech. Why not have them also be a digital artist, or digital painter, or whatever, you know? Um, I thought that would be a good way for them to connect with their mom. And in terms of them connecting with their dad, I think what I thought was that they might both like to cook. I think that might be how I thought about them connecting with each other. I mean, of course, if you decide to um for example, rebuild this in your own like this house using the packs that you have into a similar fashion in a similar fashion to how I have built this up with basically a lot of CC. I mean, you can make your family however you like. Or if you have the same CC packs that I have, and you decide to download this build, you can of course make all the family members however you'd like them to be. Although I mean, both these upper rooms have only single beds, so unless you do a lot of decoration, rebuilding, they won't really fit a double bed or two sims to need because I wasn't planning for either of these two rooms to be the parents' rooms. Later on, you'll be able to see what I decided to give the parents, like what sort of a room I decided to give them. And I think it's a really nice room. It kind of leaves the industrial slash rustic sort of vibe that I was initially going for, but I think it's like the own little oasis, and maybe it was like the dad who decided to decorate the majority of the house, but then let his wife have decorate their little section into however she wanted it to be. Maybe it was the other way around, or maybe they are planning on redoing the where their room is, to make it more industrial slash rustic later on in the future. But this was how it looked previously, and so they decided to just go with that. But yeah, this is there was a large skip, as you saw, between me working on the older child's room and right now. But yeah, so that skip was I had finished recording and doing the upper room um by the time the skip happened. I had saved all of that, so that's fine. But then I came down here and started working on this, and then we had and I did quite a big chunk. Like I decorated most of this area here, and then we had that power cut, and I hadn't saved the recording, so saved the game for quite a while. So I lost all of that. But I'll do like a walkthrough of the whole place after this like speed section, so you'll be able to see all of that anyway. So that hopefully is okay and fine. But yeah, for this for the parents, like this is basically like the parents have their own pretty much like apartment. Like I previously had the like portion outside be a swimming pool, but I decided to actually change that and make that just like a walking section. And the downstairs, the basement there is the parents' basically apartment. There's a bed area, there's a really nice bathroom, and then there's also the sort of living area and walk-in closet. So just previously you saw me working on or I guess I hadn't left that till last second. This is why I left till well, not last second, but till last. This bathroom. Honestly, I had no idea how to do this bathroom. I was really delaying on doing it. I was kind of lost. Or I thought I put both a shower and a bath in there. I guess not, but that's fine. So yeah. Um. So the downstairs room that I left till second to last, I turned that into the office of the parents. So there's a painting area, there's desks, so the parents can like work there, paint there. Just like also the kids can potentially play games if they want to. Although they both have like laptops and stuff in their own rooms. Um, and then I did that bathroom upstairs. So yeah. And here I am now just playing around with the roof, making sure that the roof is okay. And yeah, so that's basically the build. Hey guys, so welcome to the house tour part of this video. Here I just wanted to show you the how the shell, the Aurora Simsie Shell originally looked like before I started working on it. So here we have this like dugout part. We have a lot of different like bump outs. This is a section I turned into an entryway and a balcony, and then I put a balcony on here as well. And then on the inside, it's just a empty box there. We have this 1x1 room here, which I tried to do something with, but I have since learnt that you can't actually put ladders in there, so that was very upsetting. Let's move on. And here we have this small box, and as you can see, this like dugout portion here. Originally, I was thinking that I would make this into some sort of modern build with this part here as a swimming pool, but since then I have changed my mind and I went in a slightly different direction. And this is the final result. So as you can see, it ended up being, the value ended up being 180k and a bit. It's 3 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. I made it on a 40 by 30 lot, but the house itself is quite a bit smaller than that, so it would probably fit on smaller lots as well. So let's get started with this house tour. So here is one balcony. Here you can see the other balcony. Here you can see the third balcony. After I finished the build, I also actually added a very small, very tight garden. But there's that here. Did some terrain decorations, added some plants in there and that type of stuff. Also added a mailbox just there. I think we should start by going downstairs and having a look at the basement. Okay, so here you can see that I have 2 bins, and there's also over here, and then over here we have some stairs leading down to the basement area. So let's quickly hop on over here. The first thing we see is this wardrobe area, this like open closet area. We have a nice little fireplace there, a rug, some paintings, seating area. Then we can continue on over here, and then on the left we have this bathroom. It's just a nice small bathroom for the parents who are living in here. This is the shower. I'm really happy with how this shower area turned out. I added a small platform there just to be able to have like a seating, like if this was a real shower, you could probably sit there. Also a robe is hanging there, some plants, some clutter there, some clutter there. Yeah, here originally I had a ladder here, but then it turns out you can't place a ladder there. So here we come in, and as you can see, this is a bedroom area. We have a mirror here, another painting, bedside table made using a platform and half walls, a little shelving area there, and a bed there. And yeah, so this is it's basically kind of like a small mini not full apartment for the parents, just so that they can have their own space. So as you can see, I did end up changing the orange brick, I think brick or rock. I think this was the sort of thing we had here originally, but then I ended up changing it to this grey. So this is the entryway. Just a nice, well-sized entryway. So then we can continue on through here. The first thing we basically see are the stairs going up. On the left, there's a study/office. On the right here, we have a toilet, a living room there, a dining area here, kitchen there. So let's start with the office. So at first, again, to do with the ladder, I was going to use this 1x1 box that's there as the I had a door here, and I wanted the Sims to be able to come up here, through here, and be able to come to the main house. But sadly that didn't work out, because you can't place ladders like that, which is a huge shame. Like, even if you put an archway there, it still won't work, which I think is just kind of dumb. But anyway, so this is the parents' study/office. We have some paintings here, painting area there, nice large painting, desk here with some wall decor and a clock, and then there's another desk here, a little thingamabob, a little light. So yeah, and then we can come over here, another plant. There's a lot of plants in here. This is a toilet, just a nice small toilet for if anyone's downstairs or if guests are over. This is the toilet they'd use. Here we have the dining area, just a small table with some chairs. If you wanted to have more chairs around this table, you could fit 2 more. Through here we have the living area. As you can see, this is what it looks like. I downsized that carpet just to make it fit a touch better, at least in my opinion. Yeah, so this is the living room with a nice TV. Okay, here we have the kitchen, which I think is a very nice kitchen. I really like it. I really like that sink. I like how the microwave works alongside the sink, as well as how the counters all work. I really like this open shelving area with all of these different clutter items that create a beautiful display. This table here I think is amazing, because in real life you could wheel it in and out. So if you wanted, for example, to make the seating this table large, you could probably like add it to it and make it larger, make it so that more people can sit around here. Or if you, for example, want to use this table as like, if you wanna have like, if you wanna like make cookies as like a large group, you could add it over here and just like make cookies on this larger area instead of having to do it in the kitchen. It also works as a counter in the kitchen. So yeah, I think that's great. This fridge is CC, I think, and it's like a interactive fridge, which I think is pretty cool. And then over here we have stairs leading upstairs. Here we have a small landing. So we see one door, two door, and then over here is the third door. And also over here is the fourth door. So this door leads out onto this balcony. I didn't add anything here because I don't think all balconies necessarily need to have stuff there. For example, like my uncle's place doesn't have anything on their balcony. It's just a place that, you know, you can like hang out or like bring a chair out if you want to. So I didn't really see it. So I thought, why not do the same, especially since the other two balconies are cluttered. Here we have the shared bathroom, which has a nice bath, a toilet, some plant, like wall plants there, a mirror here, a hamper. Over here we have the first child's rooms. This is their balcony. I put a little table there, a plant here, a chair here, so that if they want to talk to someone or play games or something, then they can use that. This is their this is their bedroom, not bathroom. So yeah, again, I was going for a sort of gothic slash technological room, and I think that it turns out. I think that that kind of comes across. I think it also like incorporates some of the elements from the main living area in terms of like the rustic-ness and a lot of wood. There's a bunch of plants in here as well. Yep. I put a computer there and a laptop there. You can put the chair there or there. It doesn't really matter. I just wanted them to have a lot of tech to symbolize that they work in tech, or like do something related to tech, maybe hacking or programming or something. And then they also have their own ensuite. So yeah, so this is their bathroom. I had a little table there, I had to remove it because it didn't allow the sim to actually get a shower. And sadly I also can't place the shower against this wall, which is a huge shame because I think it looks better that way, but I think this still looks just fine. This is the younger kid's bedroom. I think it's really nice. I absolutely love the way I made this like bedding area. Sadly, it doesn't work. I think it's the only thing in this entire house which I was unable to get to work. I don't know why. I played around with a lot of elements of it to try and get it to work. I even basically removed the whole all of this the whole wall here. Just wouldn't work, as well as all plushies and stuff. I don't know why it wouldn't work. It just wouldn't. But I mean, I don't think I'm going to be playing in this house, and considering the house has a ton of CC, unless you have the exact same CC that I do, I don't think many of you are going to download it. So honestly, this is more just like a practice / show house rather than an actual house that's going to be used. So I don't think it really matters that much. But it is a huge shame that this doesn't work. I'll try and play around with building similar things to this. Oh, I forgot to change the color back. I'll try and play around with more like bedding areas like this in other builds to try and maybe get it to work in other places. But yeah, I have no idea why this just didn't want to work. The kid that I was designing the room for plays both the guitar and the violin, and then is also very studious. But they're still a child, so you know, they still have this toy house, this art, crayon art on the of chalk art on the walls outside, a lot of bright colours, a book bag, and all of that just to make it more youthful. They also have this telescope to be able to look out at the night sky. And then I also added, basically last minute, this little garden area. So as you can see, it's tiny. I didn't really want to give them a huge one. But yeah, there's these planters. There's all of this over here. There's a lot of grass, a lot of these bushes, and a little games table, so that at least three of the family members can play a game together. If you enjoyed watching the speed build, I have another one already on my channel, and I plan on adding a lot of other speed builds in the future. I'm currently looking at maybe 2 a week. If you're interested in watching any of my other speed builds, those are going to be coming very shortly. Also, if you're interested in watching any of my gameplays or any other of my videos, please feel free to check out my channel. Like and subscribe, and maybe write a comment if you enjoyed this build, or if you have any suggestions for further builds, or for anything else that I could do potentially in The Sims. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.